Hey folks, Fernando doing a video for the Modern Survivalist, and in this case I'd like to talk about how coronavirus affects people when they get sick. If you're interested in learning more about how to prepare for the pandemic, then click on the channels, watch some of the previous videos where I cover this to quite an extent in terms of hand sanitation, respirators, some of the precautions you may be taking, how to improve your immune system. All of this has been discussed before in some of the previous videos, but specifically in this one, what happens when you get sick? This is straight out of an article from BBC where doctors were reporting from Yingtan Hospital in Wen, the city where coronavirus apparently originated from, in their market handling different types of food. Most of the people sick in that hospital come directly from that market. So this is the first 99 people hospitalized there with coronavirus. What is it that happens? Well, out of the 99 people, 99 had pneumonia. All right, so pretty much what happens when you get coronavirus is you get pneumonia. It's a pretty serious thing, quite dangerous. Out of those 99, 82 had fever, 81 had different degrees of cough, 31 had lack of air, like shortness of breathing, trouble breathing basically. 11 had muscle pains. 9 were showing signs of confusion, which is quite interesting. 5 had a sore throat. So it may not be something that's a sore throat, but most likely it's going to be having fever, and definitely you will be ending up with pneumonia. Who's more at risk? Well, people were mostly from adults between 56 and 67, most of them. So that is something to be taken into account. And 40 out of the 99 had heart disease of different nature, so they were not in top physical shape. Either had suffered previous heart attacks or had some kind of heart disease problem. 12 of these had diabetes. So something that we've covered in previous videos, the idea of improving and boosting your immune system as much as possible, being in as good health as it could possibly be. It's going to be helping in terms of not getting sick at all, reducing the risk of that happening, and even if you do get sick, it's going to be improving your odds of getting better and not having a more complicated medical condition. Now, one of the big things is how many of these people have died. That is kind of like the question a lot of folks are interested in. And there's been lots of different numbers flying around. This is from as good as a source as you could possibly get, directly from medical personnel in that hospital. Out of the 99, 11 have died. That is a 10% ratio. It's quite high. And the article very accurately explains that out of the 99, until the 25th of January, 57 continue in the hospital. Only 31 have been medically discharged from the hospital. So it may well be that out of those 57 that still continue in the hospital with pneumonia, some of them may well die as well. So instead of 10%, it might as well be 15%, 20% death. It could easily be that case. So far, 10% is the number that you have to keep in mind. So it's a pretty serious thing. It's no joke. Watch the previous videos in which we talked some of the precautions that you should be taking and keeping in mind so as to be as best prepared for this as possible. It continues to spread. It's going to be pretty much everywhere, and we have to prepare. Folks, that's all for now. Remember to get a copy of my latest book, Street Survival Skills, which is available in Amazon and doing great, and people loving it, which I'm very happy about. That's all. See you in the next video. Have an awesome day.